Hello, and welcome to a bonus ReeVlog. Yeah, I just walked up here to go to my office, and to do so I have to pass like a infant school, or a first school, or whatever. Regardless, it's a school of small children, and it's about time that they leave as I was coming up here. So, obviously, they questioned why I wasn't wearing shoes, because, surprise, I'm not wearing shoes. And it was nice to see they were actually curious and open about it. They were like, a lot of them were like, "Mummy, why is that man not wearing shoes? Why is he barefoot?" etc. And that curiosity was good. However, sadly, I heard one of them drop the F-bomb. And I'm not sad that I heard them drop the F-bomb. Instead, I'm sad that at their parent or teacher or whatever's response, because I was actually walking past the school itself at that point, as opposed to just down the same street where all of them are walking to their cars, etc. And yeah, they dropped the F-bomb, and the teacher, parent, whoever was just like, shock horror! They said a word! And it saddened me a great deal. Potentially more than it should have done, but still, because it is just a word. Anyone who's affected that much by a word has a problem, in my opinion. I realise that some words may be extremely, like, they just may have terrible connotations and all that. Like, I know a lot of my female... This is how I get to my office, by the way, climbing the ladder. Don't know if the world just flashed then, or whether just some of my brain died. Whatever. But, yes. I know some of my female friends are incredibly, like, upset by the C word, and other things that are also used to refer to vaginas, because it seems like they're being... I can't think of the word right now. Objectified, kind of. Sexualized, etc. And then obviously African Americans and other people of that sort of skin tone, the N-word is a big deal to them when people who aren't them use it. But I maintain the fact they're just words. Like, on Game Grumps, I've recently been rewatching the Sierra games they've played. Well, not all of them. The King's Quest 5 and 6. In which Ross, Rubber Ross, mentions... I need to take the keys down. He mentions that his grandmother, when she was ill or old or whatever, used to refer to the person who was taking care of her as the N-word. And I don't know how that person took it, but I don't see why they should take it as a sign of offence. She didn't mean it to be offensive, so it's just like that is what their generation called people of that skin colour. So it's a word like any other. Just like it'd be strange if I was offended by French people calling cheese fromage. I don't call it that. But why shouldn't they? It's obviously slightly different to that, because it has a history of racism, oppression, slavery, etc. Whereas cheese, as far as I'm aware, has no such history. But it's you get my point, right? As controversial as that is. Oh, my uncle's here, so I'm going to stop and I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. Bye.